Morning. Oh man, it's been about 2 weeks since the last video. Read everybody's comments. Loved it. Like, y'all don't understand how much knowing what I did helped y'all in so many ways, and y'all liked it. Y'all had good feedback. It fired me up even more. So I ain't do one last week because I went to the lab, so to speak, and been trying to put this thing together right. I don't want to give y'all just anything off the top of my head. Sometimes I freestyle and sometimes I won't. But I want to give y'all things that y'all can actually use, and it help y'all progress to the next level. It's all about ascension, going up, going higher, right? Last time I talked to y'all about evolution without adaptation equals extension, right? And you know, I went into it about how you don't adapt to your surroundings and what's going on around you. You can fail. You can lose. You know, it can make things harder for you. Still kind of touching on this whole changing concept. One thing about change that everybody has to understand, and this is the main point of it, and that is simply this: you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. Regardless of whatever the change is, whether you want to do it or it's an unwilling change and you have to adapt to your surroundings, you have to make a decision. Of course, if you want to do it, then a decision was made. But when you make that decision, we're not talking about 2015, your New Year's resolution, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds. And how long does that last? What? Before January is done, you're done with it? No. We're talking about a clear, decisive, internalized choice that, like, hey, I want better. I want to do better. I want to be better. I want these things different in my life. Because think about this. When you're happy in your life, all your other relationships flow better. Everything's functioning. Everything's working and moving. That's what we want to get to. You always want it flowing forward. You don't want to be backed up. You don't want to be held back for no reason. You want to keep on going. You know, when you're in the situation where you're being forced to change, you still have to make a decision. And the decision is whether you're going to adapt and do what you need to do to become into this next level, or if you're going to not do it and let the situation just overtake you, period. You know, change works, but like I said, I told you before, it works both ways. It can be good for you, it can be bad for you. But of course, in this change, the one thing I want to point out, change ain't easy. It can be easy, but I like to think that the change that's hardest, that's got the struggle behind it, that's the one that you're going to remember. That's the one that imprints on you. That's the one that you take with you forever. You know, what about last year? I wasn't working. You know, I'm doing any and everything to get little jobs for my fam, you know, just to get money. I'm struggling hard, you know. But one thing I never did, I never lost my faith that I was going to get something. And check this out. I trust my struggle. I trust the process of what I was going through. Everything you got to go through when you're making a change in any kind of way, you got to trust the process. Now, the process is gonna, it might be, it could be 10 days, it could be 20 days, it could be 30 years, whatever. You gotta trust the process. Because in the process, this is where you learn. This is where you learn your weaknesses. This is where you learn where you gotta grow. This is where you learn where you gotta get better. This is where you learn who fits and who doesn't fit. You know, if it's time for you to go ahead and fight for that raise, if it's time for you to leave your job out, get rid of the fear and venture into your own new thing. That thing that'll make you successful. And I don't mean successful just as money. I mean successful all around in every area of your life. That's what you want. That's what we pushing for. I always say I welcome my struggle. I welcome it. A lot of people don't do that. Welcome your struggle, because out of your struggle, in your adversity, that's where you see your worth. That's where you know what it is you can and can't do, what you can handle. Yeah, people always saying, well, God, I can't do this. This is too much. Oh, my God, why'd you give me all this? Understand one thing, people, and I believe this strong. God doesn't put no more on us than what we can bear. Now, mind you, that load that he going to give you, or what's going to push you, it's designed to do that. It's designed to take you to the next phase of your life. You have to. You gotta get pushed. But there is times where we take on more than what we can bear. As people, we do things, and it's not a burden that God would have put on us. It's burdens that we choose, and it causes us even more stress. It takes us through a whole nother level. And I think this is when you get people that's depressed, and you got people killing themselves or whatever, because they've taken on so much more than what they were supposed to. Don't bear the burden if it ain't yours. If it ain't your cross to carry, don't carry it. Don't carry it. You already got enough of your own while you going through your process. Don't take on no extra stuff. It's easy to do, but you gotta pay attention to what's for you and what ain't for you. Plain and simple. While you're going through your phases and your changes, and you pushing for new things, and you going through another, you trying to get to another level. One thing to have, and it's great to have, is somebody that's accountable for you. I think that's key. It's hard. You can't change by yourself. You can make the decision. Yeah, you can, but it's hard to change by yourself. Let's take like going to the gym and working out. Some people work out good by themselves. Some people need that extra push. Somebody need that person that's going to be back behind you to say, hey man, when the last time you went to the gym? When the last time you ate better? I thought you said you was going to read more. You picked up a book today. To have somebody that's accountable for you, that helps you get through your process even better. My wife was my accountable partner. That's who I looked to even when she didn't know she was being accountable for me. I made her accountable for me, because I look at her. I'm not working. I gotta do better. I gotta get better. I gotta get up here. I gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta make it. Gotta make my wife and kids. Gotta make it. Gotta make it. So like I said, you're gonna go through some things, and that's fine. Trust the struggle. Welcome that struggle. Thank God and praise God for what you're going through. A lot of people don't do that. Like, well, you crazy, Miguel. I'm not about to thank God. I don't want to be. I'm asking God to take me out of it. But God ain't going to take you out of it until you get what you need from it. That's it. Till you get what you need from it, you ain't going to come out of it. That's just the way it is. So, I'm going to leave y'all with this right here. Once again, trust the struggle. All right? No. Let me backtrack. Make a decision of what it is you're doing. Make a decision. You either will or you won't. The Bible says you can't be lukewarm. You can't straddle the fence. You can't be in between. You can't be one or the other. You need to be one or the other. You will or you won't. Plain and simple. Trust the process of whatever it is you got to go through. It might take time. It might not. But I guarantee when you come up to the end, it's going to be great. Welcome your struggle. In your struggle, you find out who you are. Push you to the limit. Makes you a better person. I'm sorry, folks, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm about to finish this up right here. But I completely lost what I was saying. Wow, I lost that. Well, with that being said, then I hope this one helps y'all. We gonna get into some more things. I'm about to start motivating and firing y'all up. You know, y'all be accountable to me. That's all I ask. If I'm telling y'all, get somebody to be accountable to you, be accountable to me. Hit me up. Hey, Miguel, we waiting. Miguel, we waiting. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it. But like I said, I'm gonna get back in the lab. I'm gonna put some things together. I want it to flow right. I want y'all to get quality, not just quantity. All right. So until the next one, I hope this one does something for you and pushing you in the right direction and taking some good steps. And I'll see y'all.